What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Hammerstack, and today, as we can see on this table, we have a massive package over here for OnePlus. And surprisingly, the last time I actually received a huge package when I purchased a phone was when I bought the OnePlus 8 Pro, and here with the OnePlus 10T. Just to let you guys know, this is the review unit, so this is not the retail kind of packaging. In case if you guys are wondering, do not be disappointed or do not even find me. This is just the review unit that is sent from OnePlus. And yes, initially I didn't want to do the whole unboxing or whatsoever, but when I got this in my mail, this huge box over here, I just decided, you know what, it's fair for you guys, and of course it's such a shame if I do not share with you the whole unboxing experience with the OnePlus 10T. And of course, in today's video, what we are going to do is of course go through the key specs and features of this amazing phone, and of course just to show you guys what to get if you guys do decide to purchase this phone. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so let us start with the unboxing side of things over here. So let me just take this out, put it to the side, OnePlus 10T box. But before we do that, because this is a review unit, let us check out what other accessories we have. And here we have the nice case. This is just such a very cool case. We have this kind of cooling kind of fan. This is the Glacier matte case. This is the gray color. And of course, in a typical OnePlus fashion, what we are always given is a nice sandstone case, bumper case over here, looking really nice and slick. If you guys want that nice matte kind of finish and of course nice grip to your phone, I think this is a case that's really going to be nice for you guys. The retail prices on this, I'm not too sure exactly because the prices hasn't been released. Of course, I will put it in the description down below once it does, but normally it goes for about 100 to 150 ringgit, which is about 25 to maybe 35 USD. So that's about the price for most of their cases. Looking really nice. And of course, if you go to the phone, this is the OnePlus 10T. Let me just take it out from the box here. Okay, it's already a bit loose. Okay, so this is what we're gonna get. Very nice, typical red fashion, the OnePlus 10T. Typical same fashion, same with the OnePlus. I think OnePlus 1 until now, it's always been this nice red color, which is a really good thing that they have kept this color. And it's a bit of a bummer with OnePlus over the years. You know, has been always one of my favorite brands, one of my nicest brands to recommend to a lot of people over the years. But for the past 1 year, it has taken a little bit of a growth period, I would say, a growth period where they have adjusted to the current market and of course the current economic state. And yeah, they have, you know, lost maybe certain way. You know, they were nice to admit that, but of course they were nice again to improve themselves. This is where you improve yourself and don't fall back. And actually, I'm super just excited to test out the 10T. I didn't test last year's 9T or the 8T. I did test out the 8 Pro and 9 Pro if you guys want to know about it, so you can check it out on my channel. So let's just take this out. Okay, nice case over here. Let's check out what we have in the box. We have all the manual books and stuff. So if you guys do not want to purchase the case, there isn't any case, just to keep in mind that you're not going to get any case right out of the box. This is all your typical stuff, the welcome card as well. Normally they have some nice wordings to it. Okay, nice pin slot. You take this out. Quick start guide, safety information, some nice stickers, and this is the phone, looking really nice. We'll check it out in a bit. Let's check out what else we have. And we do have the nice massive 160 watt super VOOC charging, so it's able to charge up from 0 all the way to 100% in just about 10 to 15 minutes. It's just crazy, man. You can just put it on before you go to sleep, or you can even just put it on the next morning, take a dump, charge your phone, and it's all ready to go. Of course, this is your USB-C to USB-C cable, so pretty interesting over here. And this is what we're gonna get. And now let's go on to the phone. I did kind of have a good preview of it during the launch event, but it's always nice to have it and, you know, have it in a nicer more relaxed manner over here. And this is the OnePlus 10T. Looking really nice, very nice glass. A lot of people might complain about it, and one of the major drawbacks is the fact that you're going to get a lot of fingerprint magnets on the back. But what I gotta say is that until now, it still looks really cool. And on the front, nice flat panel over here. So let me just set up this phone. Alright, so here we have it. This is the OnePlus 10T again. And let's just go through the major key features over here. So in terms of the build and design, we have a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the back and on the front. And of course, the first thing that you're gonna say is, yes, James, please clean up the back over here. There's a lot of fingerprints, and yes, I purposely left it here just to show you guys how much of a fingerprint magnet this is on the 10T's back. So yes, definitely you want to slap on a case for this, because if not, you know, it's just gonna look very dirty. I know it looks really cool, but as we can see, a lot of fingerprints on the back and on the front. Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the back and on the front, and also a nice plastic framework. Going on to the bottom, we do have your SIM card tray slot, USB-C for your super fast charging, and also we have the stereo speaker setup as well. And on the top, as we can see here on the sides, we do not have the alert slider anymore, which is of course one of the huge differentiating factor when it comes to OnePlus phones, one of the trademarks in terms of design, I would say. And it's a bit of a bummer that they have left it out over here with the 10T, because we have the power button, and on the left it's all nice and clean. We do have the volume rockers here. So in overall, it just looks really nice, have a nice weight to it. It feels quite heavy, I would say, so it does give it a nice premium feel to it. And in terms of just the overall design, very nice curve here, so it's very nice to hold this as well. Alright, so here we have the nice 6.7-inch display, fluid AMOLED, and it does support your 1 billion colors, 120Hz and HDR10 plus support as well. So looking at colors here, it looks very nice, very popish, colors look very vibrant. And in terms of the brightness, I would say it's actually quite bright for me. Okay, and next up, let's check out the speakers over here. Alright, so for me, to be honest, the speakers sound alright, not the loudest, but in terms of clarity, in terms of just the voice, and I of course did listen to some music on this, it does sound alright, it sounds really good. And of course the best thing is that it does have your stereo speaker setup. Okay, and next thing I want to talk about here is the face and fingerprint unlock. And of course, OnePlus has been the first company to introduce the under-display fingerprint scanner, and as we can see here, it works really nice. Nice animation on the back. And what you need to do is of course hit the right spot, that's what she said, and it gets the job done. And when it comes to face unlock as well, just point it to your face. As we can see, works just amazingly fast. This has always been one of OnePlus major advantages, and as we can see here, speed does come with the 10T. Alright, so next thing we'll talk about here is the battery and charging. So in terms of battery size, we are given a nice 48,000 mAh of battery, a dual battery system to support that nice 160 watts of super volt charging. So in terms of battery life, I do expect this to give me a nice full day of usage. And I'm going to see with the battery and the charging here, the charging tech over here, if it's really going to be very helpful to charge it up in within about 15 minutes. Alright, and of course when it comes to OnePlus phones, one of the major things is of course the software experience. So over here we do have the Oxygen OS 12.1, and yes, it has taken a hit over the past 1 year collaborating with Oppo and all this other stuff, and that's of course, time will tell whether the software experience has improved. I know I had a lot of difficulties when I was using the OnePlus 9 Pro last year, even with the 8 Pro when it upgraded to the Oxygen OS 11 if not mistaken. You know, it was a little bit buggy, very frustrating to use. And you know, of course here I'm back with OnePlus. Let's see if the software experience has improved back to its original state. And of course, in terms of simplicity, that is what you're gonna get with OnePlus phones. They have always been very nice, very clean, and in terms of the aesthetics of it, I gotta say it looks quite promising. It's going back to its original roots, you know, just looks really nice, very simple. And just this one thing I was like is they were the first to actually introduce this kind of function, the swipe down gesture, swipe down again to access your quick settings menu, and of course the double tap to feature, which I know it's a bit of a small thing to say that most phones nowadays have this feature, but I always do like that OnePlus, I am proud to say that they were the first to actually do this on their phones. So yes, I will give you a more in-depth review of the software experience when I do come out with my final review. Alright, and of course, next thing we'll talk about here is the internal specs. So in terms of the chipset here, we have the latest Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 edition over here, 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, no micro SD expansion, and of course it does have your 5G support. So in terms of numbers, this is what you're gonna get. I run this test, and of course, nice score over here, 1000 and 3004. There's a 3D Mark score as well, looking not too bad, I would say. Overall, I would say, you know, it's just a very good processor, and it has always been fast. OnePlus phones has always been really fast and snappy, even since the OnePlus 6. Alright, and of course, last but not least, let us talk about the cameras over here. So starting with the selfie shooter, what we have is a nice 16 megapixel selfie shooter, f2.4, and it can record up to 1080p at 30 fps. And of course, if we finally switch it on to the back over here, what we do have is a nice triple camera setup, starting with a nice 50 megapixel f1.8 sensor with dual autofocus and OIS. We do have the ultra wide lens over here, 8 megapixel f2.2, and it does give you 120 degrees field of view. And the third lens, 2 megapixel f2.4, the macro shooter. So yes, overall, you know, quite decent specs. And of course, it hasn't been one of their strengths over the past few years if you compare it to many other flagship phones. But let's just take out some shots from the OnePlus 10T. Alright, so that is it with the OnePlus 10T, the quick unboxing and hands-on experience with this. And of course, last thing I want to show you guys here is the phone case. So if I slap on the case here, the nice glacier matte, looking really nice. Nice texture to it, nice feel to it as well. Very nice, very rugged, cyborg kind of feel. But again, we have the nice frosted back over here, the nice sandstone case. Oh my god, it just looks really nice, very slick, I would say, very clean. You know, probably I'll just use it 1 week once, you know, for each of this case, see which one is my ultimate favorite. But yeah, this is just how it looks like. Feel in hand as well, very nice grip as well, looking really nice. So that is it. Of course, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. Of course, do follow me on my social as well, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube at Dr. Harmless Tech. So yes, keep up to me with all my channels below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.